गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। वेलकम बैक टू वाइट फोर्ट्रेस साइबर सिक्योरिटी। आज का टॉपिक है हमारा नेटवर्किंग फंडामेंटल्स। ओके, लास्ट वीडियो में हमने कवर किए थे कुछ बेसिक कमांड्स हमारे लिनक्स ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के। एंड आज हम कंटिन्यू करने जा रहे हैं नेटवर्किंग। कोई भी आपको डाउट्स हो, कोई भी आपको क्वेश्चंस हो, आप मेरे को चैट में बता दीजिएगा एंड आई विल मेक श्योर कि आप सभी के डाउट्स जो हैं सॉल्व हो। कोई भी नए टॉपिक से या फिर पुराने टॉपिक से रिलेटेड डाउट्स हैं वो भी आप हमें बता सकते हैं। ओके, तो शुरू करते हैं आज का नेटवर्किंग फंडामेंटल्स का टॉपिक। एंड सबसे पहली चीज, नेटवर्क क्या होता है? सो नेटवर्क कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू और मोर डिवाइसेस that are linked together. So here you can see multiple devices are linked together. It could be anything. It could be your PCs, your printers, your laptops, anything. And they should be able to exchange files. They are connected with each other to exchange files or allow electronic communication. Okay, one more question before this. Why is it so important to like basically start with your all that's the networking stuff? Why is this networking even important in cybersecurity? Look, if we are gonna hack into a system or into a network, we must know about several network configuration, network protocols, and also about networking devices. If we do not know anything about those network stuff, then it will be very difficult for us to attempt whatsoever activity we want. We need to know the reason behind each and every activity or the tools we will be using in future. If we do not know how they're working, why they're working, what exactly how the networking stuff is working, it will be very difficult for us to go on with the hacking process. So for that, we need to know about the network. A network consists of two or more computers, then they are linked together. They can be linked either through cables with the wired medium or with the wireless medium, that is your satellites, radio waves, infrared light beams. So they're all together, all linked together to exchange files and allow electronic communication. What is this electronic communication? The data or whatsoever. Like, for example, I'm streaming at the moment and you are able to receive the data. How is it working? It's working because of a network. It's all the devices fall into a network, right? And ultimately, like for example, this is my home or my office where I'm sitting at, or you are also sitting at your home or your office or wheresoever you are at, and you are also connected to a network. So, network that comes under a very small range that is called your local area network. We will discuss it later onwards as well. And these small local area networks combine and make your public network and ultimately your internet. So internet is nothing but just group of devices, several devices, or maybe tons of devices that are online. Okay. So the just a second. Here, the computers on a network may be linked through all that, and they all combine a network. Now we know what is a network. All the devices are combined. What is networking? Networking is ultimately computer networking. It refers to the interconnected computing devices. Now they are able to share data because they are all connected in a proper manner. Now they are able to exchange data, share resources with each other, and these network devices information these network devices use a system of rules called communication protocols. Now, whatsoever is working, that works with the help of protocols only. Now, what are these protocols? These protocols are nothing but some set of rules. What are those set of rules and everything? Let's look deeper into it. And guys, tomorrow is Dashera, that is an Indian festival. So we will not be conducting the live stream tomorrow. Networking protocols. And I'll probably conduct the class on Friday. Okay, here are some common routing protocols. Like, for example, you have HTTP protocol, HTTPS protocol. I need more protocols. Just a second. Yeah, just let's take a look at this one. We will be talking about DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. It works on port 53. It is used for assigning IP address to our systems. What is IP address? IP address is a unique identifier. Next is your HTTP. HTTP, whenever we visit a website, either HTTP or HTTPS is being used, right? Like, for example, here you can see this is working on HTTPS. HTTPS is Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. This is secure due to the encryption. If you do not know what is encryption, decryption, cryptography, and stuff like that, we will be covering that in the upcoming topics. But for now, just know this HTTPS is secure rather than only HTTP. So if I go to a HTTP website like OneWeb for say, here you can see, you will be able to see this thing not secure. If you go over here, here you will be able to see the connection is secure. Here you will see the connection is not secure. Your connection to the site is not secure because this is not using a secure protocol to bring this web page. Okay, so whenever I am opening this web page of www.techtarget.com, it is opening this web page using this HTTPS protocol. And whenever I'm opening this website testphp1web.com, so for this the protocol that is being used is your HTTP. So these are some common protocols. There are more common protocols like file transfer protocol. That is just the name, just what the name says, it is used for transferring the file. We also have FTPS, that is your file transfer protocol secure. So, or SFTP, sorry, SFTP, secure file transfer protocol. Safe. Just security over here means the data will be encrypted. We have so many more protocols, and I want you to learn at least top 20 protocols. And there is some protocol like SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol, and what are the port numbers they work upon, everything like that. Okay, so let's open the notepad for the protocol stuff. Like, for example, there is a protocol HTTP. It works on port 80. What does it do? It's used for web application, for running a web application, getting the response from a web application. If we talk about HTTPS, this works upon 443. This is also used for getting requests from the web applications, but this is more secure. We also have FTP that works on port 21, and it is a file transfer protocol. We have SMTP that works on port 25, simple mail transfer protocol. We also have Telnet and SSH like protocols. Okay, so these are all your protocols. Then the port numbers, protocols. We will discuss this in detail as well. Just give me a minute. Port numbers and description. We have Telnet. Telnet works upon port 23, and it is used for remote connection. Guys, if you get any doubts, any questions, you can let me know in the chat. Good evening, very good evening, Pavani Madhushani. Welcome back to the channel. This is used for your remote control. Like for example, I want to access your device. For example, your device has this telnet port open uh, on the port number 23, and I am able to remotely control your system. I'm able to do whatsoever I want in your system. Okay, so for remote connection, you can say. For remote connection, your telnet is used. And again, telnet also has a secure version of itself, that is your secure shell, works upon port number 22, and it is also used for remote connection, but it is encrypted. Okay, let's just uh, look into this small word as well. What is encryption? And okay, encrypted and unencrypted. Let's look into these two words because I might have to use these words very often in the upcoming future. So as in WhatsApp also, if you guys use WhatsApp, there is something called end-to-end encryption. What does it even mean? It means that whatsoever I'm talking about, whatsoever I'm telling you guys, it should be only reaching to you. Like for example, there uh, I sent hi to my bestie. Like, for example, I sent hi to my bestie over the network. When it is going from my system to her system, it will remain hi only, and then it will the um reach the destination system in this format only. So this format is called your plain text. Okay, so it is in plain text only. The text is reaching from my system to my friend's system in a normal format, in a text format. So this is how it goes. If we talk about unencrypted, unen sorry, this is unencrypted. Okay, this was unencrypted. But if we talk about encryption, what will happen over the network? When I send hi to my friend, it will go over the network in some gibberish which no one will be able to understand. And then ultimately, it will reach the destination system on my friend's system. So only I and my friend will be able to see the message that I've sent to her. And if some snooper, some attacker tries to intercept these packets, the data that I'm sending from one end to another end, if that person tries to intercept it, that person will not be able to understand what it is written. Okay, that is because of the encryption. Encryption is converting plain text. This is plain text. Hi, hello, anything whatsoever is readable is your plain text. But if I'm making it unreadable, that will become your encrypted text. So this is how it works. Okay, unencrypted, encrypted, done. Also, let's see a few more terms. A few more terms I need to explain to you. So we will talk about vulnerability, exploit, payload, risk. Okay, so these are some of the other words that. Hello. Yes, Louise. Encryption is conversion of plain text into the cipher text. Absolutely. You are correct. Let's continue. And guys, if you got any questions, you let me know in the text, you let me know in the chat or in the comments, or and you can also contact me on the number that is given in the description below. Now we are going to talk about what is vulnerability. So for example, there is a system which is not updated. System. It is not updated. So there might have been some security update and it was not updated at that time. Then what happens? Uh, that there is a security flaw because of that. Security flaw. And it might lead to, like, for example, I can see database because of that. Database, if I exploit that vulnerability. Okay, for example, there was a vulnerability in a particular system, and that was because the system was not updated. So it's a security flaw, of course, that the system is not updated. And because of that security flaw, I'm able to see the database. How am I able to see the database? After exploiting the system, after exploiting that vulnerability in the system, right? So exploit is basically gaining access of the system with the help of some vulnerability that is already present in the system. Then what is a payload? Payload might be some kind of code that was delivered to the system to gain the access of the system. Okay. And what is the risk? Now, risk, what could be the risk? If the database gets exposed after exploiting the system, what could be the risk? Risk could be data leak, data breach. Okay, data breach is your data leak or something like that. Data leak. And if data is breached, like for example, in a particular database, there was a table, and in that table, there was your username, password, and stuff like that. Okay, there was username, like for example, Instagram's database base for say. So you have got your username in it, then you have your password in it, you might have some ID number in it. So that all the data is stored in the database. So if it that database gets compromised, and gets exploited by some malicious actor or anything, then it will lead to simply gaining the access of the database, will be able to see all the database, and it will what could be the risk after that? The data breach, data leak, and it could be also identity theft. What is identity theft? Identity theft. Okay, so identity theft means I know your username and password, and I am able to log in into your account using that information. And what I will be able to do, simply I will be able to impersonate you. I will be able to text your friends with your account saying it's you, right? So that is your identity theft. Okay, there are few more terms. CIA triad. Okay, there are several questions like these that are asked generally in your interviews as well. So you must know these basic terms. So if we talk about CIA triad, it is a triad that ensures the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Hello, Sito, Chitika, and MB, and Shubham Yadav. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Ma'am, what are we doing right now? We are just trying to understand a few terms that we might hear in the upcoming video lectures. So I want to make sure that you are you know the some of these basic terms. Okay, and I am good, Shubham Yadav. Hello, MB8182. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Okay, let's continue. And after this, we will simply continue with the networking. Happy Dashera. Yes, Dashera will be celebrated tomorrow. And definitely, you can draw. We will continue the classes from Friday. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit sleepy today. Availability. Okay, so this is a CIA triad, which each and every company wants, each and every organization wants. Yes, very good evening, everyone. Very good evening. And let's talk about what is confidentiality. Like, for example, when two people are talking with each other, that data should be confidential between them. Means not any other person or any unauthorized person cannot access the data or is not able to um hear that thing or whatsoever. Okay, so means confidentiality means no unauthorized person can see or read the data, anything like that, can read or intercept the data. Means, for example, I am sending you a file or some notes. It is confidential. Okay, for example, I'm sending some confidential data, very important data to you, something like that. And it should be only between you and me. It should not be reaching to some another party. No unauthorized person should be able to read that data, should not get that data. Okay, so next is your integrity. Integrity means when I sent you that document, it was not manipulated with, it's not tempered with, and it is not modified in a way with any third person. मुझे पहले से सीखना है, मुझे नहीं आता, मुझे पहले से सीखना है. हाँ, we just started this MB 8182. We just started these topics, these lectures, and also if you want video lectures in Hindi. Already series is available on a channel in Hindi. Now we have started with the English series. Hindi series is already completed on our channel. And definitely you can learn with us. And if you get any doubts, any questions, the number is in the description. You can surely let me know your doubts. Or if you need mentorship for that, also you can contact us. And guys, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's see what is integrity. Okay, I already told you what's integrity means. It should be the data. Data is not tempered with or data is not modified, stuff like that. In between, like when I was while transporting the data from one end to another end, the data is not tempered or modified. Okay. And availability means whenever someone needs the data, they are able to access it. Like, for example, I am streaming this live, right? And whenever you need this video, whenever you need to watch it, you are able to get it whenever you want. MB MB 8182 ऑलरेडी हिंदी में हमारा हो चुकी है सीरीज. आप वो वाली जाके हमारे चैनल पे चेकआउट कर सकते हैं. मैम, इज देयर CCNA course in English? Yes, Pavani, Madhushani, we already, like, I have got some videos on the channel on the CCNA, and sure I'll continue that uh, later words as well. CCNA in English, I will continue those, and I tried my best to make it in English as well during the live lectures. What is your name, ma'am? My name is Swabhi, and guys, I am currently pursuing my master's in cybersecurity, and also have got teaching experience in some companies and colleges as a freelancer. Okay, so we were talking about availability means whenever the data is needed, it should be available to the users. Okay. Yes, everyone, if you get any questions, any doubts, just let me know in the chats. And do not forget to like the video, everyone. Only 3 likes. It sounds so sad. Okay, so let's see this on the internet as well. Let me tell you about the CIA triad in more defined manner. So here also you can see confidentiality. The principle ensures that information is not disclosed to unauthorized individuals. Means no other party can see, no another unauthorized party or individual user or processes cannot see the information. Example include using encryption for data in transmit at rest, data in transit and at rest. Okay. And there is a few more terms like data in transit. You might hear these terms, data at rest. What are these terms? These just mean what they are saying, that when I'm sending you the data is in transit. Then whatsoever data I sent you, you stored it. Okay, the data is stored into your system or something like that. I sent you a file of several notes and everything you have in your folder, and then the data is at rest. It is stored in your system. That is data at rest and data in transit. So to protect the data in transit and data in rest, the data could be encrypted so that no other party can see. Data at transit can be encrypted using several protocols like SSL, TLS protocols that we will be studying in the upcoming future. But if we talk about data at rest, that means we can just put a single password on the file. It will also encrypt the file and will make some another unauthorized party for make it unreadable. It will make it unreadable for the unauthorized party to get to the data if you put the password. Okay, so in transit, some protocol, some encryption protocol can be used, and at rest, password can be used on the file to encrypt the file. So we covered these three terms. Okay, integrity. Again, the same, just uh, making it in better words. This pillar focuses mainly on maintaining the accuracy, completeness, and trustworthiness of the data. How that it is not modified, or improperly modified or destructed. Example including ensuring transaction data is unaltered and using hashing algorithms to verify the data accuracy. So we will see what is hashing algorithm and everything in the upcoming future. Availability. This component guarantees that the systems and data are accessible to usable usable by authorized users when they need them. So whenever the data is needed by the users, it should be accessible to them. It should be available to them. So that's it about these few terms. And do not forget, just learn some 15 to 20 common networking protocols. They will be very useful for you in the future. Ma'am, what time do you start teaching? I usually start at 5 p.m., but I was late today because I had to go to the doctor with my granny. So yeah, usually I will start at 5, 5:10 at max. And it's gonna be a 1 hour class because I usually do not get enough time for this. But yeah, I'll teach each and everything. Just whatever we covered in the Hindi lecture, I might try to make it even better for you guys. Okay, so we were at networking protocols and then we covered a few terms and everything like that. Let's get back to this part. So, computer networking refers to interconnected computing devices, just like I told you. These network devices use a system of rules called communication protocols to transmit information over physical or wireless technologies. Okay, and even if a few more terms like what is port number, let's see that as well. Port number. So, like for example, don't take it as the server. This looks like server, but just take it as a PC, your system, and this is a server for say. And this your PC wants some kind of data from the server, so it will simply open a port to receive the data, and this a server will open a specific port to send the data. Means okay, why for each and every different kind of set of protocols, there will be different kind of port numbers. Like for HTTP, this will be 80. For HTTPS, it will be 443. So for different services or different protocols, there are different kind of port numbers that will be opened. And if we talk about the port numbers as well, there is more detail to it. Let's go into that as well. Port number networking. Okay, so there are total 65536, ranging from 0 to 65535. These there are so many port numbers, you can see possible port numbers, and in that also there we divide these port numbers into three categories. First is well known port, second is your registered port, third is your dynamic or private ports. So well known ports are the ports that are usually used for like any kind of your services, and commonly these ports are commonly used by the servers. These are reserved for standard widely used services like web browsing and email, etc. And what about the registered port? Registered ports are assigned to the specific services upon requesting upon request by the organization. So these are some registered ports ranging from 0 to 24, uh, from this to 49151. And there are some dynamic and private ports. What are these dynamic and private ports? These ports are basically the ports that your client open. What is your client? Client is simply who is asking for the request, who's requesting the data. Okay, so uh simply your private ports are used for temporarily or private connections, often used for client side applications. What are client side application? Like I'm opening browser over here, and when I go to this specific website techtarget.com, it will open a port ranging between this some kind of number. Like for example, it opens 65530 port, okay, for receiving this particular website data. And this website has this port open, 80 port open. How do I know? I told you about the vaporizer as well. Sorry, about the showdown. In showdown you can see 80 443, whatsoever the ports are open for several services, you can see them over here. I hope I told you about these. Otherwise, you can get these two important extensions like Shodan and Webalizer on the web store, Chrome Web Store. Okay, here is your Chrome Web Store. What else? There are several things I need to teach you guys. So stay connected and do not forget to like the video. Let's continue this. So, computer networking refers to interconnected computing devices that can exchange data and share resources with each other. So, what do they do? They simply share the data using these kind of communication protocols. And as I told you, communication protocols, these all protocols are nothing but some set of rules that our systems have to follow, and this is a manner how the things has to work. That's what communication protocols are, to transmit information over physical or wireless technologies. And physical technology means cables and everything. Wireless technology means you have got Wi-Fi, infrared light beam, satellite, stuff like that. And these small private networks like your home network, your office network, and all these several networks combined together as the public network and ultimately your internet. Now, next is your IP addressing. So, if we talk about IP address, an internet protocol address is a unique numerical identifier for every device or network that connects to the internet. It is also known as logical address. So, internet protocol address has got and guys, if you get any kind of questions, just let me know, okay? So, like for example, I want to communicate, I want to talk to you. I need your number for that, right? So, just like if my system is sending data to your system, it will need a number, it will need something. So, that is your IP address, a unique identifier. Or if I want to talk to you, I might want your name to communicate with you at least. So, uh, IP address works just like that. It's like a unique numerical identifier, just like a phone number or something for each and every device. Every device has got this unique identifier. How do we know? How can we see that? You simply go to the start menu, type over here CMD or command prompt, then click on it. Here you can see this is my command prompt. Here I'm going to type a simple command called ipconfig. Here, when I start this command, here wireless LAN adapter Wi Fi. I'm currently connected to the Wi Fi. If you're connected with the Ethernet cable, you're gonna check that. If you're not connected with the Ethernet cable, just simply check the Wi Fi one. Okay, there you might see several interfaces, but do not worry about that. Only this one is the main that you're gonna open and check out. So here you can see this is your IPv4 address. This is your IP address that is particularly used for connecting you with the local area network and ultimately to the internet. Guys, if you got any questions about this thing or anything IP address, and whenever you get any questions, you just let me know in the chats, okay? Okay, and there are several other things also you can see over here. Subnet mask, default gateway, IPv6 address. So we will look into it in, we gotta look into each and everything. Okay, so it is also called your IP address is also called your logical address. And why do we call this logical address? We will see it in the upcoming vid upcoming lectures. Okay, when we will be talking about MAC address, you will know why this is IP address. Okay, so IP address has got two versions, four types and five classes. Uh, Louise, best and systematic content in YouTube. Thank you so much, Louise. I'm small, I small hacker. Okay, Shubham Yadav, that's great. You're a small hacker. Okay, so IPv4 is of 32 bits and IPv6 is of 128 bits. If you do not know why this is 32 bits, we will see that in the upcoming lectures. Okay. Today we will not talk about that. Tomorrow, no, day after tomorrow. On Friday, I will explain it to you that why this is all that. Okay. So let's come to the DHCP. Now, how a system gets this IP address. Okay, so what happens? I come into the office, I just simply open my Wi Fi from here. Okay, I open my Wi Fi, whatsoever it is. And then what happens before connecting it to the Wi-Fi, my server, my system simply asks, hey, I'm new here, is there anyone who can give me an IP address? Literally my system sends a broadcast to all the nearby devices that is there anyone who can give me an IP address? Then the DHCP server, if there is a DHCP server, who is this DHCP server? Your router. So if there is any DHCP server or the router, it could be a specific server as well. In organizations, they might have separate servers for separate services. So it depends. So it goes to my router for say, and then my router goes like, hey, sure thing. You can have this specific IP, whatsoever it is going giving 192.168.1.10 for say. Then the my system goes like it says the yes, that would be brilliant. I like the IP address that you are giving to me, and please provide me with this IP address. And then the router goes like, okay, great, you can use this IP address for the next 24 hours. Okay, so what happens first of all, my system sends a DHCP discover message, is there anyone who can give me an IP? And then when it reaches the DHCP, it simply says yes, I can give you a IP. And is this IP fine? This is your DHCP offer, it's offering an IP address. And then the system request the IP. So that is your DHCP request. And then it acknowledges that yes, now you're provided with this specific IP address. And it simply gives the IP address to the system. Now, how can you remember this DHCP working? Simply, you can remember it with DORA. Discover, offer, request, acknowledge. DORA. Ma'am, what is your village? I do not live in a village. I live in Delhi. And here is the little bit of theory part. So, DHCP IP addresses can be assigned either manually or by entering them physically into a particular device. Or DHCP, Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol Server, assigns IP address to all the devices connected to a network automatically. So, this we can also assign the IP address manually. This was dynamically, this was automatically, that we just open this, then the router connects. If there is a password, it will ask for the password, then it will simply connect to it. So, IP address are provided, are obtained in a systems automatically. But we can also provide them manually. How can we provide them manually? Simply go to the start menu. Here you need to input control panel, enter, open this control panel, and here you will be able to see network and internet. Just a second. Then go to the network and sharing center. Then here, whatsoever Wi-Fi you are connected to, you will select that Wi-Fi. If you are connected to the Ethernet, it will show Ethernet something, Ethernet 1, 2, 5, anything like that. Then you click on it. Here you go to the properties. I hope this is visible to you guys. Otherwise, I can use the magnifier. Go to the properties. After going on to the properties, scroll a little bit. Here you will be able to see Internet Protocol version 4. Then, okay, sorry, properties, Internet version 4. Click on it. After clicking on it, here you can see by default obtain an IP address automatically is enabled. You can simply go on, use the following IP address, and here you can give the IP address manually. Subnet mask and default gateway. And we will see each and everything what are IP addresses in detail and subnet mask, default gateway, everything. I'll just go over here and let's close this. Okay, so this was a DHCP. Tomorrow we will see IP addressing in detail, in very much detail. And next is your APIPA. So what happens if that DHCP server is not available? If the system is not able to connect to the DHCP server, what will happen? Simply the system sends the discover message as usual, DHCP discover message. There is no DHCP available. So your system will self configure itself. It will provide the IP address to itself, and it might be able to communicate in the local network, local area network. So APIPA stands for automatic private IP addressing. It is a feature or characteristic in the operating system which enables computer to self configure an IP address and subnet mask automatically when their DHCP server is not reachable. So what happens? The operating system, Windows, Linux itself self configures the IP address. So that's why it is called APIPA, automatic private IP addressing. Okay, just give me a second. And ma'am, you are teaching very well, ma'am. You are teaching is understandable. Thank you so much, Shubham Yadav. And guys, do not forget to like the video. Just give me a minute. I will continue with the IPv4 in a second. Or maybe the time is up, it's already 6 3, and from the Friday I will make sure to do it 5 to 6 uh, on time. See you on the Friday then, and we will continue with this IPv4 in detail, classes of IP, types of IP, and everything in detail. And then we have subnet mask, special IP addresses, ports, protocols, everything. Okay, so see you tomorrow. It's not tomorrow, day after tomorrow on the same timing. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support and for the likes on the video. I really appreciate that. See you. Bye bye. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel.